Immerse yourself in a narrative that is not a mere statement of fact, but rather acts as an inspirational impulse that encourages everyone to unlock their inner potential. Prepare for an exciting exploration of your own possibilities, overcoming obstacles that arise along the way, and celebrating every moment of this extraordinary journey. The stage is set, and the adventure beckons, inviting everyone to embark on this transformative journey. In everyday life, people often channel their energies in pursuit of cherished dreams, taking decisive steps to align their aspirations with the limitless expanse of the universe. However, as can be seen in various discussions, some people wonder why the path to realizing what they want is not always straight and unobstructed. It turns out that the universe has its own special design, which is not to hinder, but to thoroughly prepare for the magnificent moment of materialization. Every deviation from the course, every test that people face is like a rehearsal before going on stage, necessary to shine in the grand spectacle of materialization. These stages of development can be compared to cosmic trials that provide opportunities to demonstrate true commitment to one's goals. The universe, in its great wisdom, challenges by testing one's determination and willingness to pursue one's most cherished desires. Each life challenge presents itself like a theatrical production on a cosmic scale, asking us the fundamental question, are you sufficiently prepared for the priceless gifts you seek? It is the universe's way of testing our resilience, preparing us to receive the blessings we crave. Each successfully passed test inevitably brings us closer to the realization of our deepest desires. The very idea of manifestation, that is, the transformation of our dreams into tangible reality, has a truly mesmerizing appeal, offering us the prospect of a world where our most cherished aspirations can be fully realized. However, this path is, alas, not without its challenges, and many give up when they fail, leading us to reflect deeply on two key questions. What is really at the heart of the art of manifestation, and why do so many people fail in this process? Reflecting on these questions allows us to gain a deeper understanding of the true nature of this phenomenon and strengthen our resolve towards the realization of our dreams. Manifestation is a harmonious combination of intention and inner balance. Sometimes, instead of the expected positive changes, we are faced with a series of challenges. It seems as if the universe is not giving us what we asked for, creating a paradoxical situation. Man is constantly questioning who he is, what decisions he makes, and his place in the world around him. This journey, full of surprises, can surprise, intrigue, and challenge. Often, there are situations when reality goes against the plans, financial stability is threatened, and difficulties seem to only increase. Moments like these can be discouraging and cause a sense of confusion. However, even in the midst of these contradictory stages, it is important to remain faithful to their aspirations, despite the emerging doubts about the reasons for such an unexpected turn of events. After all, in the depths of each of us lurks a fear that surpasses all others. This fear lies not in the lack of anything, but in the realization of one's own limitless potential. It is frightening to realize that within each person slumbers an inexhaustible source of power waiting to be awakened. This is where the true test of courage and determination lies. Imagine for a moment that all the limitations one faces, all the obstacles life throws up, are like thin cobwebs that can be easily torn away. This is true, but this awakening must be sincere. It is necessary to take time for reflection, to immerse oneself and listen to what emerges from the depths of the subconscious. The universe, in its inscrutable majesty, has a peculiar method, which at first glance may seem chaotic, but in fact represents a test of the ability to change. It is like a challenge to humanity, pushing it to transcend its own limitations and push the boundaries of what is possible. It is an exciting journey of self-discovery and rediscovery, where every obstacle and every zigzag along the way brings us closer to realizing the true essence of our being. It is as if the universe is asking us a rhetorical question, wanting to know, are your aspirations really born in the very depths of your soul? In essence, are we ready to embrace the reality we seek with such fervor? This is our authentic journey, to discover our deepest desires and steadfastly pursue the discipline necessary to fulfill them. It is a journey of self-discovery and authenticity, where each step brings us closer to the harmony between who we are in the moment and what we aspire to manifest in the future. As an example, there is a widespread desire for great wealth. But the path to material abundance, like any other path to fulfillment, requires an inner transformation, a transformation into a person capable of managing this wealth with due responsibility and wisdom. Transition to a new stage of development requires abandoning previous attitudes that were effective at the previous level. The world constantly puts us to the test. For as the philosopher Nietzsche argued, the true value of something is often determined not by what we get, but by what we sacrifice for it. Consequently, every obstacle, every difficulty on the way to the realization of our desires not only tests our willpower, but also gives us a chance for personal growth and self-improvement. To achieve your goals and realize your true nature, you need to be ready for challenges. This path may be full of difficulties, but it has transformative power. At times, we need to abandon outdated perceptions and habits to unlock our potential. The universe tests our aspirations, and these tests are like complex puzzles to be solved. They reveal the depth of our desire and willingness to go after our dreams. By going through these challenges with courage and honesty, we learn not only what we want to achieve, but who we really are. Wandering through the thorns of universal trials is part and parcel of the journey leading up to the moment of highest tension, when the greatest metamorphoses and insights are realized. The hardships we overcome serve as stepping stones that steadily bring us closer to our cherished treasures. The very cave that makes us tremble is often the very treasure we seek. It is not necessary to give in to fear, because the path of life is always capable of change. It is only necessary to allow yourself to open up to the new, and then the deepest desires will begin to take material form. This is nothing less than a manifestation of the power of manifestation to inspire us to discover our true selves and to embrace our deepest longings. Moving deeper, we return to the fundamental question at the heart of manifestation, a question that holds the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. The essence of manifestation is not that the universe uncomplainingly fulfills our specific requests, but in a much deeper aspect, the reflection of our own being in the universe. Let me emphasize this point again. Reflect for a moment. In the depths of every person's soul lurks a cherished aspiration to achieve financial stability, to find sincere love, to create a cozy home of your dreams. Everyone has his or her own. However, the key principle is the following. As long as the inner state of a person remains the same, as long as his vibrations do not change, any changes will be only superficial. That is why this inner component is fundamental. And this is where the universe enters the scene, acting not as an adversary, but as a catalyst for our development, encouraging us to become truer and brighter versions of ourselves. Every challenge, every obstacle is a chance to grow, to purify our essence and harmonize with the benefits we wish to attract into our lives. The universe creates difficulties to push us to transform, to rethink our perception. It is important to ask ourselves, Are we ready to radiate the energy of abundance, even in the face of difficulties? It is from this perspective that we begin to see opportunities in the most seemingly unfavorable circumstances. It is not only about transforming external circumstances, but also about transforming our thinking, which in turn brings us to a new level of understanding of the laws of the universe. Resilience in the face of adversity becomes clear evidence of one's commitment to one's renewed self. It is this steadfastness, this ability to stay true to the path of personal growth, that serves as a clear demonstration of our fortitude. When we openly declare our aspirations, when we dare to embark on the path of realization, we are consciously choosing the path of rebirth. We are prioritizing a new version of ourselves, the self that the universe is carefully nudging us to embrace, so that we live as individuals who have already achieved our cherished goals. These challenges that arise on our path are milestones of sorts, confirming that we are approaching the new reality we are striving to create for ourselves. Consequently, it is crucial to realize that each act of manifestation is a conscious choice, a choice to embrace a new version of ourselves. This choice is the key to acquiring all that we seek. Before we move on to discuss strategies for overcoming these inevitable challenges, let's dive for a moment into visualizing an experience that is completely aligned with our deepest desires. Let's see how this mental picture affects us, motivating us to move forward. Imagine for a second that your former self is something separate and alive, like your favorite pet, whether it's a cat, a dog, or any other creature you hold dear. In the depths of your mind, in the very core of your consciousness, dwells some being that is an integral part of yourself. Imagine that this inner space is invaded by a new tenant, claiming the territory that the former tenant used to consider his or her home. It's like a new tenant claiming a space where the previous owner had reigned supreme. How will the old tenant react to this encroachment? Undoubtedly, he will be outraged and challenge the new intruder to assert his dominance. Or perhaps he will be forced to resign himself to defeat and leave the place against his will. This difficult dilemma we face when we seek inner transformation is vividly illustrated by this metaphor. It illustrates a key point where the process of manifesting what we desire encounters obstacles and becomes more difficult. Often, this is an indication that your old self, your established patterns and beliefs are resisting. But don't lose heart, for such resistance is a sign of the inevitable dissolution of the old self. Just as an old tenant may fight fiercely against the arrival of a new tenant, your old patterns and beliefs may resist change before finally allowing a new version of yourself to take its place. Personal transformation is a journey that requires stamina, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in our ability to change. Now we will study in detail how to effectively overcome the difficulties that the universe puts before us. The first thing to do is to gladly accept the protest of our former self, because when outdated patterns of behavior and self-perception begin to resist, it is a sure sign of their imminent departure. This seemingly paradoxical resistance actually means that the old is breaking down, giving way to the new. It is as if the universe is inviting us to become observers of the transformation taking place within us and around us, and encouraging us to welcome these changes with enthusiasm and acceptance. Unfortunately, many people, when confronted with these signs, step back. They are intimidated by the prospect of self-improvement and fear the unknown that change brings. At this critical moment of confrontation, they give up, clinging to their former self. But we are here to explore and realize the significance of this developmental process. By understanding its importance, we realize that the rebellion of the old self is nothing less than a harbinger of the transformation to come. It is a call from the universe, an invitation to unlock our true potential and become the person we are meant to be. The second side of this process involves bringing to life the qualities of the new version of ourselves that we seek. For example, when faced with challenges, we don't dwell on our shortcomings and doubts. Instead, we approach the situation from a position of abundance and unwavering confidence in our inner strength. We ask ourselves how the self we want to become would act in a similar situation and act in accordance with this renewed mentality. Each obstacle is not seen as an obstacle, but as a chance to demonstrate our determination and personal growth. As a simple exercise, you can imagine yourself already possessing the mentality of this realized self and reflect on how it would act. It is like consulting with a mentor who has already traveled the path we are just beginning. In this way, each person becomes the architect of their own destiny, guided by the vision and unwavering determination of the self that has already achieved their goals. This practice proves to be not just a way of coping with the difficulties of the present, but a powerful tool for shaping the desired reality. It encourages one to stop and pay attention to one's path, noting each step taken. Even the smallest steps are triumphant moments of affirmation of forward movement. The manifestation process is not a sudden transformation, but a gradual development that requires daily work on oneself. Like an artist putting strokes on a canvas, each morning a person adds new strokes to the canvas of his or her personal growth. It is important to grasp this concept and see each step as another victory. Recognizing and celebrating even the smallest of accomplishments is crucial, because it is these small steps that make up the path to realizing deeper aspirations. By celebrating one's successes, one sends a powerful message to the subconscious mind, affirming one's progress and getting closer to one's cherished goals. Each such celebration becomes a gentle reminder of one's own strength and strengthens one's resolve to move forward. It is like sowing the seeds of success that germinate into the confidence that the fulfillment of dreams is in the hands of the individual. So, remember to celebrate every success you have, even if it seems insignificant, and watch how your subconscious mind responds, inspiring you to keep moving forward towards your desired goal. It's important to remember that each of us is in a constant process of development. Therefore, rather than expecting instant change, you should be patient and give yourself time. It is these small but consistent steps, accumulating over time, that pave the way for significant change. By recognizing and rewarding yourself for each step you take, you create a strong bridge between your current situation and what you are striving for. Each step forward is like a jewel in the path of your personal growth, and it is through this patient and persistent movement that you will be able to achieve the most ambitious goals. Be self-indulgent, rejoice in your successes, and trust the process of life to lead you to the fulfillment of your dreams. When difficulties arise and things seem to be going wrong, energy pushes us to choose to either amplify negative emotions or nurture a positive attitude. Often, when we face obstacles, it is the negative reaction that can occur. By recognizing one's own progress and nurturing fertile ground for further development, each life challenge becomes a unique opportunity to demonstrate the power of personal choice. The individual is able to direct his or her attention to the positive aspects of the situation, concentrating on finding effective solutions. Thus, the individual not only overcomes difficulties, but also strengthens his inner resilience and the ability to realize his most cherished desires. Celebrating each victory, whether it is a significant achievement or a small success, a person becomes the object of close attention of the universe. It notices the selfless desire for change, and in turn, creates favorable circumstances that correspond to the goals of the individual. It is in this process that the art of manifestation lies. It is not a matter of achieving perfection or instant transformation, but of continually moving forward and embracing the chosen path. Each step taken with clear intention and gratitude is like a seed planted in the fertile soil of the universe, ready to sprout and become a tangible reality. And it is the responses of the universe that lead to the creation of an outstanding manifestation scenario. Therefore, friends, we should remember that the universe is constantly watching, correcting our efforts, and aligning them with our intentions. Man is the true creator of his destiny, the architect of his personal reality. As immortal minds, they have the ability to shape their life path. Gratitude is expressed for viewing the provided material and the call to subscribe to updates in order to go deeper into this subject. It is emphasized that immortality should be understood not as an eternal physical life, but as the achievement of a state of consciousness where each moment is lived with a sense of infinity. Together, it is possible to penetrate into the depths of universal mysteries, following the path of self-knowledge and personal development.